Minecraft 1.19, also known as the World Update. We already knew this update was going to be huge, but what we just received straight from the developers over at Mojang is game-changing. We gotta look at this image, just showing the scale of Sculk and how this could be one of the most dangerous things to ever be implemented to Minecraft. All that and more is coming in this video. We're going to be breaking this down, looking for any sneaky little details we can find, and taking a look at some official information from the developers themselves. Now be sure you let me know down below in the comments your thoughts about Sculk and if you're excited for it. But with that being said, let's get right into the video. Now everyone, as I said, this is not over exaggerating in any way. What we just gotta look at is what I believe some of the biggest information we've received so far about Sculk and the Minecraft World Update. Even more exciting than the frogs, the boat chest, mud, and all of the amazing changes coming to the swamp. This, I believe, is one of the biggest features to ever come to Minecraft, and obviously with how much I'm hyping it up, it's gotta be pretty exciting, and it is. We actually got one of our first ever proper looks at the way Sculk works today, straight from Nenbon, who did actually tweet out, "I think Sculk is taking over the caves and the cliffs." And then below we get a look at this incredible image which just shows the scale of Sculk and how it actually grows and spreads around the world of Minecraft. This is completely incredible. When Sculk was shown at Minecraft Live 2021, it was a bit underwhelming because it just seemed very basic and like it would spread over a small area. But the only thing I can really compare this to is the biomes from Terraria. For example, the Crimson, the way it spreads over time and begins to consume the world. That's a similar vibe to what we get in here. We can see Sculk has spread all the way down into this cave and is completely spreading all up the walls down into the depths. It is so cool, and it just really shows the scale of what this is going to be like here. We can see some Sculk sensors down below, and I believe that may actually be some Sculk catalysts, and that may be what is causing the Sculk to spread. We also get a look at some really weird but also cool new particle effect from the Sculk, and it's really cool. I'm not sure what this is, but this could potentially be giving us a hint as to how Sculk actually works and some of the finer details. Now this is definitely very exciting. This was kind of foreshadowed last week where we took a look at some information where King B Dogs did actually publicly say that he was working with Nenbon, who is a senior developer at Mojang, so obviously very experienced, very talented, and we were excited, and as we know today, that is for good reason. Last week, or I believe it might have been before that, I was actually really excited telling you guys how this is such big news and information, and as we can see now, the team have been going to town behind the scenes, making Sculk the best feature it can be. King B Dogs did then go on to say, "May have kept the Sculk Catalyst mob farm running for too long. What do you think, Nenbon?" And then obviously we get a look at this image, which is awesome, quite similar to the last one, but we do get a look at a bunch of creepers dropping down, and they're actually causing the Sculk to spread. It is consuming the trees, as we can see. It's spreading up the mountain, and it's just having an incredible effect. Now, is there actually Sculk trees? Because as we can see in the background, it looks like the Sculk has spread up those acacia trees, and it looks like they are going blue, so that is very awesome, cool to see, and it's just incredible to see the extent to how Sculk works. This is like very scary though, and very cool at the same time. Can you imagine like going over to a friend's world and just planting a Sculk catalyst in their their world and then watching it spread and consume everything. That is like really creepy to think about, and Mojang have said in the past that they do not want things like this to happen where it's out of the player's control, so I'm really excited to see how they actually balance this and make it work in game. Obviously from this image King Bee Dogs put out, it looks quite joking, like there's a bunch of catalysts lying around, and obviously this image was made to make the skulk spread as far as possible. But if we look back to Nenbon's image, it looks a lot more natural, like the skulk has been slowly consuming the caves over time. So I'm really interested to know how the player can actually stop the spread of skulk. Is there something like Terraria, like an item we need to fight back against the growing skulk, or is there another way we actually do this? Like, I'm really unsure. This is just going into mindless speculation now, but I really want to talk about this. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. But can you imagine if when skulk grows to a certain amount, let's say skulk takes over an entire cave system, let's say if you go down into the cave, would there be a warden now down there growing from the skulk? Because as we know, when skulk grows, the warden does actually emerge out of the skulk, so it basically is a part of the block. So will the growth of the skulk actually cause wardens to follow it and to spawn from it? Or is that something that's only exclusive to the ancient cities in the deep dark? This is definitely so awesome though, and as I said earlier on, I'm really curious to know what that new particle effect is. It could definitely be something very awesome, but we'll just have to wait and see. But let me know your thoughts about Skulk down below in the comments. As I said earlier on, I'm definitely very excited for this, and I have quite a few thoughts about it, but at the same time I'm quite curious as to how Mojang's going to balance this. For example, a while back there was a lot of talk about a new volcano biome coming as a part of the Caves and Cliffs update, where over time it could gradually maybe erupt and allow lava to spill from the top of the volcano. However, Mojang did say they're unlikely to ever do anything like that because it's out of the player's control and they would not want it to come along and destroy players' builds. But what I'm seeing here seems a million times more dangerous than any volcano. Let's just say a player has a world they really enjoy, and little do they know that there is a skulk catalyst below, slowly allowing the skulk to spread, and before the player knows it, it has completely taken over their world. It's out of control, there's no way to stop it. What do you exactly do in that situation? There's got to be some kind of way to counter skulk, or to help repel it, or maybe fight against it, or allow it to stop spreading. There's got to be something to go against that, because as cool as I personally think this is, I think it'd be awesome to see the entire world get slowly consumed by skulk and the player has to move away from it, and it's kind of like a really cool gameplay system and mechanic. I'm also pretty scared for the builders and the casual players of Minecraft who may not exactly like this. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, but it's been me, ItzJhief. Everyone have an amazing day. Drop a like on the video to help get it out there to more and more Minecraft fans like us, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.